What's up, bosses? I'm JoeMan543. Welcome to the stream tonight. I'm joined by my brother Zach for this episode 3 of JoeCast. Hi, Zach.
Hey, Joe. How's it going? I'm happy to be here.
It's going well. Credit for the background goes to Zach. He thought we needed to look better, so hopefully now we're looking better.
I can't help you look better, Jordan, but I can certainly help you look more professional.
You can make everything around me look better. So we're at least 40% better.
Around you look better.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting better over time, you know. Eventually, this might be something competent.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I am the one carrying, so I'll try to do a better job.
You know, before this started, I'll point out, you were the one that suggested the idea. So,
Which idea? The background?
no, a podcast.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's because we're men and we carry a small amount of influence. So naturally, we would start a podcast.
Of course. No.
Of course.
So, for JoeCast tonight, we're thinking, it's kind of end of year. What can we talk about? Top 5 news stories of 2023 is what we ended up on.
Stories.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be top 5 memes, but Jordan, you know, it's all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a meme about every news story we're going to talk about tonight, so. All right.
Yeah. What were we going to talk about first? Was it I think it was your thing, though.
You made the list, right? Or did I make? Okay.
We're competent. Just to reiterate.
We're competent.
Again,
you sent a list.
Oh, that list was for next week.
Oh.
At which we'll have guests, I'm hoping. And it should be quite a spicy situation.
Oh, I see. So the thing that is dated today is not for today.
For next week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We're definitely competent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first thing, which was very early in 2023, remember the China spy balloon?
I remember a balloon, and then we just kind of opened fire on it in typical American fashion.
After it flew across the country. Yeah.
That's fair. I know there's a lot of balloons in elementary schools, Jordan, and typically... Never mind. Sorry.
They're usually a lot smaller, though. This one was kind of big, and it kind of had some stuff hanging from it.
I think, honestly, that was a farce. Like, China is not stupid. They make our iPod Nanos, which have cameras in them. Like, they're not stupid. This whole spy balloon thing, I feel like it's kind of a farce. Like, it was meant to be part of media, so everybody would talk about it.
I mean, there was definitely a balloon, but what do you think the purpose of it was? Because if they wanted data on us, there's more discreet ways to obtain it, especially of all countries, China.
I have a theory that every time something happens in the media, it's because something is happening in the media and they don't like it.
Oh, it was covering something up?
Oh, yeah. Everything's a cover-up. Are you kidding me? I looked up news politics today, and all I could see was about this one lady who said the Civil War wasn't or was about slavery, this, that, or the other.
Well, the South did give a document, which definitely touches on that, but that's a different thing.
You ever heard of a non-disclosure agreement, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what if part of the war and us, like, well, not us, but the North, I mean, we're all the North now, but the North not killing everybody in the South and just reconquering, what a funny term. Maybe the whole thing was to, I don't know, to stop it from people from knowing.
About the spy balloon?
Slavery had to go away. But, I mean, there was a whole bunch of, like, tax implications, too. So, now, If your channel gets a content flag, this is not my fault.
So
I,
just so we're all on the same page, we're jumping from spy balloon to Civil War.
well, it's important.
All right.
No, so so I've gone down south, and I remember seeing some, seeing and talking to people while I'm down there traveling. And some of the people I was telling or talking to, they were talking to me about their family memories and history stories passed down from the Civil War. And these are African American families, talking about how it wasn't necessarily about slavery, it was more about taxes, because the South was bringing in more tax money than any other import product in the United States. I can see you Googling, your textbook isn't going to tell you this. But seriously, the North was trying to overtax all of the exports and imports of cotton from the South. And that's why everything did it. They just did it in typical like US politician media fashion. And they were like, hey, man, slavery's not cool, which like obviously it's not. But like the North didn't benefit from slavery. So they used this whole thing as a farce to like spitefully try and like manipulate the South into either paying the taxes or succumbing.
Are you familiar with the ordinances of secession?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Educate me, Daddy. I'm Jordan.
So the South, so each state, for example, Georgia, they did give documents saying why they were seceding. And
yeah, but you can waterboard someone into admitting a crime they didn't do.
Are you saying this came after?
They could literally just be doing what the North was telling them so that they don't get reconquered.
I mean, you're not wrong in that there were economic factors, but their economy was so based on a certain workforce that, freeing that workforce would have a significant economic impact.
Dude, you ever heard of the term white gold? It's cotton, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cotton was it, dude. They could pay people to do it. They just didn't want to.
It was cheaper to not pay people.
In history up to that point.
It was cheaper to not pay people, though.
It was cheaper to not pay people, but,
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not an advocate for slavery. I'm an advocate for freedom, absolutely, no matter your race, color, creed, whatever. But I'm just saying, there's part of like the whole Civil War history that don't add up. Anyways, back to the Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a cover-up, dude. It's a cover-up. You think the White House doesn't have some freaking balloon sitting in there with a Chinese flag that pops out the top? They can just inflate it and like send it out in the middle of the night the minute Hunter Biden's laptop gets freaking investigated? Heck no.
So what do you think was going on end of January earlier this year?
That's the problem. I don't remember.
Okay.
It worked.
I mean, usually if there's a cover-up, at least someone's reporting on whatever's being covered, right?
Yeah, but why can't you Google it,
All right.
Do I sound like Alex Jones?
I mean, you have a theory, but it's incomplete. I'd love to hear the rest of it.
So would I.
Okay.
No, but on the real, the water could turn the frogs gay, but gay is homosexual, and sexuality implies the idea or cultural existence of consent, which doesn't exist in amphibious creatures. So Alex Jones
specifically
is wrong,
amphibious? What about reptiles?
I mean, I'm just saying that bracket of animality is...
Okay.
Daniel is just here to see me explode about literally everything. You're like, Chinese spy balloon? I'm like, hey, man, you ever hear about what the Civil War is really about?
All right. Let's see how you spin this one toward Civil War. All right. Another thing from earlier this
year. Like I'm a Democrat.
I'm just trying to follow you, and I'm struggling. shifting gears. Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light. Remember that?
Who doesn't?
So for those unaware, basically Bud Light, the beer brand, they worked with someone called Dylan Mulvaney, who was a dude, and then says they're a chick, and then promotes this beer brand. Besides that, also their majority of their fans are youth, are minors, which is kind of weird. You know, why would you select that person for promoting alcohol? That's kind of weird too. Anyway, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of backlash. A lot of what's the word? Not buying Bud Light going on. There's a word for that.
It is interesting, but I mean, stock prices for Bud Light when this happened, they plummeted from 64 to I think in the low 50s, and then they just cruised. They tried a whole bunch of different stuff, but they are getting back up to what they were previously. However, I mean, Anheuser-Busch, they are hurting. They tried to go woke, and clearly they are going broke.
Yeah. The thing that finally maybe helped them a little bit, they paid UFC, Dana White, $100 million, which is an incredible amount of money. So now, you know, Dana White, UFC, they're all about Bud Light. And the fighters, from what I've seen, it's kind of hilarious. They're in stride with it, taking every opportunity to express their political beliefs, but they're making sure everyone knows Bud Light is backing everything they say. So I haven't heard anything since that. So I don't know if Bud Light's like, oh dang it, we're stuck now. I don't know. If they pull out of that, they don't get their money back. So
yeah, I think people are making a bigger deal out of it than it deserves, because certainly Bud Light is losing money. However, markets fluctuate and nothing's easy right now. Like, you can't go to the stock market and see all these green upticks in all these stock values and then Bud Light's just the only one going down. Like, everybody and all companies are really struggling right now financially, and that's due to other factors that I won't mention. It has to do with the Civil War, not the last one, the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's really interesting to consider like how people are perceiving it, because I think people, and maybe this probably isn't going to be a popular opinion, and I'm sorry everybody, don't roast me, but I think people are just wanting to find an excuse to validate like anti-trans rhetoric. And I am in no way like a Democrat or anything, this, that, or the other. I just want everybody to be happy. I don't want people telling me what to do. But also, like, I think people are so bored with COVID and all like the stay-at-home stuff that they just want to, you know what I mean? They need a shield and sword to carry, you know, because certainly they're not carrying it for their own life anymore.
Yeah, I think everyone needs something to be either excited about or interested in, and if you don't give them something, they'll find something. That much is true.
1,000%. And unfortunately, we live in a really spoiled nation. So
yeah, a lot of the contention we have nowadays is only possible because of how spoiled and rich the United States has become.
Well, that's true, and also that we have China under our heel.
Are they?
Well, yeah, because they won't turn capitalist. We should back up. We're not going to do the capitalist communist thing. That is for next week, though. So hopefully next week.
Hopefully we can get everything lined up for that.
I tried. I did my bestest.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think it is kind of funny. The whole Dylan Mulvaney thing is just silly. Like the whole, I've thought, because I make car related content on my other YouTube channel, right? This is Jordan's YouTube channel. I'm just his guest speaker. I think it's so funny to me to be like, go watch some Dylan Mulvaney stuff, and it is just the dumbest in the world, in my personal opinion. It's like I'm thinking of this video of him like walking through a park, and it's like day something of being a girl, and it's like, is that a bug? Ew! And then he's like frolicking and dancing around in like short shorts. And he's like, I hate bugs, and it's like, dude. If you haven't been afraid of bugs up to this point, first off, he's in theater, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, most theaters are disgusting. Like, sure, like they sweep the floors and the walls are all one color, but they're gross and run down, and like they're just there for art and disgusting people to express art, like, me and you. So, but it really made me think, man, I could really make some YouTube content that's like day one of being a girl, and then I just get in my Jeep and then hit like a shopping cart and a garbage can. I'm an asparagus. I'll take my regular. Thanks, Starbies. Clearly, I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
Which leads me to Civil War #2.
Uh-huh. You've seen a lot more Dylan Mulvaney than I have. I didn't bother to...
Well, I'm subscribed to her OnlyFans, so.
Oh. Okay.
I'm joking. I've got a proposition for all of your viewers. We've only got one right now, but I'm hoping some people are going to come in and comment later. So, hey, viewers, if you're watching this, I've got a question for you. How would you like to see Jordan react to some whatever podcast clips? Because I think that would be hilarious. He would hate that. So
I probably would.
Comment below if you want to see Jordan actually cringe. This isn't like, oh, that's gross. Oh, I can't do like people throwing up. I can't. No, like he actually would be made morally uncomfortable. So comment below if you want to see Jordan squirm.
I think my humor is like too dry. That's why I'd cringe.
It's better than that. Just don't look up the whatever podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see if people put it down below. I'm confident. Daniel's got my back. Daniel, you want him to react to some clips. I'll pull some clips from the whatever podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's gonna lose his mind. He'd be like, wow, I really lucked out.
Lucked out by not ever seeing it.
Pretty much, yeah. The whatever podcast is more about like dating culture, and its focus is kind of on the lack of accountability and just absolute ridiculosity of the modern woman. So, yeah.
Okay. So Kevin McCarthy was Speaker of the House.
We should just rename this the Distract Jordan cast.
Yeah, how does Kevin McCarthy relate to the Civil War, Zach?
Well, he's going to be a soldier in the next one.
What, you gonna draft 60-year-olds? I don't know how old he is. He's old though.
You draft everybody, even the they thems. Let's see. I'm trying to pull this up on my iPad so I can actually like watch the freaking this on my, because I have it on both screens, but I think I can get better video quality for you guys if I let's see. No, X.
So you're gonna
what do you think about Kevin McCarthy, Joe?
I mean, so last year, 2022, there were the midterm elections, and more Republicans got put in. So then they had majority in the House. So they had to elect a speaker, elect their number one guy for the House of Representatives. They elected Kevin McCarthy, and then he was just voting the same way as the Democrats and just not being the guy they were hoping he would be. And so he got voted out, and I don't even remember who he's replaced with. I stopped caring. But, I mean, it's very uncommon for the Speaker of the House to get voted out in the first place, because they usually vote them in because they want someone to be in charge. But yeah, he was then voted out like within the year, which is really fast. Did your iPad fall over?
iPad fell down. Yeah, but we're good.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
think
I
people
don't like
consider
them.
that a rhino.
Yeah,
Republican in name only. Yeah.
I think there's a lot more of those than people realize.
Yeah. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree 100%. I don't know enough about Kevin McCarthy, but his name has gotten kind of big, and
Hmm.
I'm just glad it's not the suitcase stealing, bald lipstick wearing person.
They're, I think, an aide on Biden's team, something like that.
I would have assumed someone in the Biden family had AIDS, if not for their personal
Oh man.
preferences for their drug use.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hunter Biden's drug use?
Who is the Speaker of the House now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna find out. Speaker of the
Tell
House,
me, what is the role of
Mike Johnson. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know. That sounds like a Republican to me, though. Mike
Y-
Johnson.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Daphne.
56th Speaker of the House. He's from Louisiana, so oh, there's that.
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know. Louisiana, I want to say like Louisiana is pretty Republican, but I don't know. New Orleans for sure. I mean, it's big enough to not be.
Hmm. Kevin McCarthy was voted out early October, so been a couple months, a few months.
Um, apparently there were a lot of orca attacks in 2023. Did you know that, Jordan?
On humans?
This summer, amid reports of a sharp uptick since 2020 of orcas attacking boats off the coast of southwestern Europe,
So
possibly as an act of revenge for a pregnant orca who'd been injured by a boat, experts theorized.
orcas are considered to be one of the smartest animals on the planet, kind of close to dolphins. Although I've heard there have not ever been any fatalities or recorded fatalities of an orca or of a human by an orca. They're smart enough not to kill humans. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think people actually began declaring their allegiance in the so-called Orca Wars. And as Team Orca ranks grew, the memes came with it.
Hmm.
If you're an orca whale reading this, then I am on your side is something that Ann Donahue actually tweeted. George Takei said that they're beginning to organize and tweeter Jabuki, right? This is on X, but it was Twitter at the time.
Uh-huh.
Give them guns is what he tweeted. So they certainly a lot of sympathy for re-freeing Willie,
Uh-huh.
as it were.
Mm-hmm.
No, but on the real though, yeah, it's I'm looking through like memes and stuff for like I don't even remember any of these.
Was 2023 just not exciting enough?
Or are we just freaking okay. Here's a meme thing, and then I'm gonna hit back here. Remind me because in a second I'm gonna forget this.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm losing it, but I'm bringing it back. Orca text Twitter. Okay, Elon Musk buying Twitter. This is a genius move.
He did do that. Uh-huh.
He did. Yeah. We should talk about that. But so looking here, I did want to remember the Grimace shakes, the memes.
I remember Grimace from McDonald's. Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody,
Nothing
your
recent.
boy ain't a meme lord, but I'm a meme lord. So there was a small portion of YouTube and subcultures of memes and whatnot that was about Grimace, and so McDonald's introduced the Grimace milkshake, which was a purple berry flavored milkshake honoring his 52nd birthday. Grimace, the mascot,
Mm-hmm.
and so because of that people were posting like vines, well, Vine's gone, TikToks and YouTube shorts about like getting grimaced. So you would either you would go up to Grimace or to someone and then you'd hit them in the face with like the Grimace milkshake, or you'd be carrying a Grimace milkshake and then like the camera would pan away and then come back and then you'd just be on the ground with like Grimace milkshake all around you. Because if you have the Grimace milkshake, the boogeyman's coming, and the boogeyman is Grimace.
Huh.
The
Yeah, I
purple
was
potato juice
not
from
familiar with
McDonald's.
that.
That's because you're not a meme lord like
No.
myself, Jordan.
No, I'm not.
That's okay.
Yeah. Elon Musk, he bought Twitter last year, but renamed it to X this year. So there's
That's
that.
funny because I would never find something and then make it my ex after X amount of billions of dollars. So
Elon Musk does seem to like the letter X.
So I wanted to mention though the whole Elon Musk thing, and we're probably going to get into finances here just a little bit. I love finance. So Elon Musk went in and made an offer for Twitter, right? And he said, I can buy your controlling stake and get rid of you, or I can, and then basically tank the value of the company, which would make it go bankrupt, or I can make you this offer. And they refused the offer, right? They said, no, Elon Musk ain't coming here. Twitter is a microcosm for all of these ideas that people really like, right?
Okay.
Democratic ideas, liberal, blue-haired, blah, blah, blah. So in doing all of this, Elon Musk made the offer that was above their stock value. He did a whole audit, made sure the company was worth this, and he offered them more than their stock price. I don't remember what it was, but it was roughly
44 billion.
Yeah, but it was roughly 10% over like the market value of the company. So because he did that, they tried to say no, but all the stock stakeholders in the company got really mad. And the entire board would have had to step down per company policy that Elon Musk found, which made them sell him the company, even though they didn't want to. So,
well, I remember he was also trying to do some investigating and whatever, and he wanted to pull out of the deal after finding things like bots and whatever, and then Twitter's like trying to sue him for not going through with the deal. So at first it's like, no, you can't have it, and it's like, okay, fine, I don't want it. No, wait, come back. If you leave, I'll sue you. So yeah, that's a funny back and forth.
That is really funny. Yeah, Elon Musk is the GOAT.
No, he's got a hand in like so many things.
He does. Dude, Elon Musk for president.
Well,
which is funny because he'd be the first African American president.
True.
Obama, before anybody comes at me, Obama was black, not African American.
Yeah. Like Elon Musk is literally African American, born in Africa, now an American. South Africa.
He was born into privilege. They had water where he was born, so
big privilege, yeah.
To be fair, I mean, he had a leg up on Donald Trump. So, I mean, Donald Trump lives in a desert. Well, sometimes. I guess he's got Mar-a-Lago in Florida and then New York. But Vegas is what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say, I hear about Trump in Florida and New York all the time, but yeah.
That's crazy, man. You know, I've been looking at helicopters recently. They're not that bad.
You got to get a license.
Well, yeah, you could legit have a helicopter that you could fly for like $100,000. That's really not like much.
Yeah. But then you also have storage, you have registration, and your helicopter has to be in perfect condition. It's not like a car where you can have, a leaking engine and get away with it.
Whoa. Doesn't your car have an engine out of it right now?
Yeah. 200,000 miles. Got to fix it sometimes.
Are you throwing shade, or am I?
No, I'm saying with a helicopter, it has to be perfect condition, not just
what are you talking
good.
About? I can do dude. If planes can do a mid-air refuel at Mach 0.7, I can freaking top off on power steering fluid while hovering above Trump Tower in Vegas. Like,
Well,
in a
there's also all
retired
sorts of
military
radio
medical
communication.
helicopter. What are you talking about? Get a walkie-talkie. I'll paint channel 19 right on the bottom.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
You think a CB radio will work? Dude, they would freaking missiles over Salt Lake City. I'd be like, heck yeah, this is good. Freaking Air Force One flying up next to me.
Yeah, Air Force One would be the one to intercept you.
Yeah, dude. Well, it is Joe Biden, so he'd probably just be like, ha!
Joe Biden's in the cockpit just flying next to you.
I just hear on my little CB radio. I have like an actual CB radio from my pickup truck in there. Biden comes up behind me. He says, "Hey there, helicopter, get down!" And then just nothing. I see fire behind me. I'm like, what was that? I don't... He fell up the stairs for the last.
Pull over! I want some ice cream.
There's a weird ice cream truck.
Is an ice cream helicopter even a thing?
Is a what?
Ice cream helicopter.
In Antarctica, I'm sure.
Why in Antarctica?
Fun fact. Well, not Antarctica, but if you go like super up in like Greenland, there's actually a city called Itakormit.
Mm-hmm.
And it is freaking landlocked. You can't go into the land because the polar bears will kill you. You can't go out to sea because the sea is frozen over. You can only access it by boat 2 months out of the year. It's the most remote city in the world that's used year round, right?
Okay.
I could go there.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Do you know how expensive fuel is for a helicopter? Because I don't. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't run off 85.
I guess I should check that.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you look that up. What fuel does a helicopter even use? I mean, helicopter engines, they got to be high performance, right? You gotta get every bit of horsepower you can without increasing your weight, right?
Let's see. Okay, so some of them use jet fuel, others use aviation gasoline.
Okay.
As I understand it, aviation gasoline is really high octane. Looking it up. Okay, so yeah, it's an average of 100 octane.
Yes, that's way high performance.
Well, yeah, but imagine if I had that, I could put it in my car.
There's only one place that I know to get 100 octane, and that's at the literal racetrack or the airport. I mean, I haven't seen it at the airport.
Can I use that as like a tow rig? I'd be like budget tow rig. It's just a freaking
tow with a helicopter.
26 LL, 8 passenger. I park my car in it, fly to the racetrack.
Just fly. No, what you got to do is have some mounts underneath the helicopter, carry your car to the racetrack, just drop it at the start line.
As landing gear.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to have really good suspension. Extra few thousand pounds.
Helicopter horsepower. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so the double helicopters, the ones that have 2 like props on them, big military ones, thousands of horsepower.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
But the small ones are a few hundred horsepower, and I literally have that in my backyard, so.
Yeah, but power to weight ratio is probably like 4 pounds per horsepower or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah. What else is there to say about him?
I don't know. Sorry.
Set a new record for quickest Speaker of the House voted in and then voted out. I mean, there's that.
That's true. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't care.
Okay. Speaking of setting new records, Trump, first president to be charged, I'll make sure I get this right. First president to be charged with any crimes after leaving office. Charged is another word for accused. He hasn't been convicted of anything. But Yeah, that's been going on all year, just throwing more and more and more at them.
Um, just real quick, I've been wanting to reply to all of your chatters.
Uh-huh.
First off, Daniel, what's up, buddy? How's it going? Pineapple, you were on sale for 98 cents at Smith's, and now you're here. So, Jacob, it did change the topics, but we are doing what we can to whatever. Let's see. Pineapple says Joe news. I like that, but unfortunately, I can't take anything serious. Jordan will tell me. And if you've seen my off-road video of Jordan's thing, I just interrupted him and put Mortal Kombat KOs over his face every time. Jack O'Heron says Herone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jack O'Heroni. Orcas are more gentle and possibly less aggressive than dolphins. I like how he leaves out the ability for orcas to choose their path in that sentence. So, 2023, yeah, this is the third time 2020 happens again. Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it be the fourth time? 2020 part 4? Because
2020 part 4, yeah.
You've got 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023.
2020 again.
Yeah.
Again. So yeah, this is the fourth 2020.
Uh-huh.
We're coming up on the fifth one.
Yep.
I do have a theory though. Have you noticed how gas prices have been lower for the last month?
That's how it goes in winter, but continue.
No, it's not, Jordan.
Yeah, people drive less in winter. They're always higher in summer.
Gas.
You gonna look up a chart
by month? Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see.
Do they dip in winter and do they rise in summer?
Average gas prices. Okay, let's see here. Average yesterday, city, current average, local. Okay, what the heck, dude? Just give me months. My theory is, you know what? I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on my theory.
Gonna do a little research before you spill that theory?
I have okay. I have a chart.
He has a chart.
Yeah, in 2020, they dropped to a national average $1.84 April 16th, 2020.
Okay.
That was
and they
right
rose after that, right?
They did. They went up to, let's see, April of next year, 286. So about $1 increase.
Now hold on, within the year though.
Let's see. They went from a high of 224 in September to a low of 214 in November. 219 in December, and then just up from there. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I do see. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe a small dip. 2021 November 342, and then by December 30th it was 3.30. Then we come over here, June, and then it's plummeting. And so, yeah, here's this is totally out of sync. So September 21st, 2023, average in the nation, 389 per gallon.
Okay.
Then you go to freaking December 21st, 312. So you're talking almost $1 drop.
Okay.
That is more of a drop than there was an increase from, wait a minute, from March to, that is almost double the drop from before COVID hit to the month into COVID. So here's my hunch.
Okay.
My hunch is that now we are within a year of Biden's presidency. I know, blah, 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 the president doesn't control gas prices. Whatever. Somebody controls gas prices, okay?
Yeah.
And we're within a year of an election. Why, all of a sudden on November 8th, do gas prices drop $1? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has some input on it. I mean, first thing he did when he was sworn into office was put an end to the Keystone Pipeline, which would have brought crude oil down from Canada and Alaska and helped with gas demand. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
you can't say he doesn't have an influence on it at the least.
and you also probably should consider that oh my gosh, look at that freaking high. June 16th, 2022, 499 the national average.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. And now all
That
of a
was
sudden,
also when we were hitting record inflation. Summer
so
of 2022.
so everybody's freaking upping their prices for
Well,
crude oil? No way.
well, part
They're not.
of part of the thing with gasoline and other crude oil products is it takes so long to get from pulling it out of the ground to putting it in your tank that they have to plan ahead. They have to be speculative on those prices. And so when things are going out of control or not stable, they raise prices just in case. And so it's only when things are stable
Just to
that
like
things can
financially
come
buffer.
down. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, because they
All right.
don't want to be caught with some crazy thing happening and then they lose money on gas.
Jack Haroni, I want to say, how much is a liter, just in your native currency or USD, if you know that? How much does that cost where you're from? If you measure it in liters, it's probably somewhere around $8 or $9 a gallon.
Hmm. From what he's
Equal to
saying,
what we.
sounds like it's the same price as a jug of milk.
All right. Well, let me rephrase. How much is a jug of milk?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how much that is either. Uh, all right, so that brings me to my next thing here. Now, if you thought we were in financial crisis, Jordan, you're right. But is the real thing here.
Yeah.
Mortgage.
Hmm.
Mortgages are the real crisis, and we exist in a really interesting world that's based. We exist in a really interesting world that is a market of high prices for homes going on average for two times almost, well, like 175, 180%, 180% of what they would have 3 years
Hmm.
ago. You and I both own our homes, which is great.
Yeah.
That's a benefit to us.
Hmm.
You and I think we both refinanced right around November when the rates went to like historic lows,
Uh-huh.
which is awesome. um, I'm not well. Jordan doesn't have money. He doesn't do anything with money. Never mind everybody. But I won't speak for him. But I did. So, and I almost walked from it too. I got so pissed. They jumped me by freaking 12 and a half points, whatever. Um, so we're in this position where houses are expensive and mortgages are expensive. Rates are the highest they've been in, gosh, like 30 years. I'm pretty sure. Ever since
Hmm.
like the introduction of like the war in the Middle East. Like this dates all the way back to like Bush 91.
Hmm.
Um, which means that housing is incredibly expensive and unaffordable. Am I losing you, Jordan?
No, I'm following you.
You look like you're
I have a
waning.
theory with it, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, yeah. What's your theory?
All right. So everything moves. Everything in this country has something to do with a diesel truck taking it from point A to point B. So, in part because that has become so expensive, building has also become expensive. All the materials for a house, that's several truckloads at least. Um, and because of gas prices going up, diesel prices go up, moving stuff gets more expensive. That's one factor. So new houses become more expensive because building them becomes more expensive. So then the not new houses also rise in comparison to the new houses. You know, if it was a huge difference, no one would want the new houses, but people can get away with raising the lower house prices to be close to the new house prices because the new houses are so expensive. Also, a lot of people have been demanding higher paying jobs. Um, that's a whole nother topic, but that also has a factor to do with new houses being more expensive. Also, some places, like here in Utah, we are stuck between the Great Salt Lake and the mountains. And so land is kind of becoming scarce for new developments, which means existing developments, existing housing is also becoming more valuable. The less you have of something, the more valuable those things are. as long as people want the things. So the houses here have a low supply and high demand.
Yeah. I mean, supply and demand definitely just like forces the market in one direction or another. However, it is not typical for the government because the government sets rates, right, for standard mortgages and things like that. It is not typical for rates to be high and for sale prices of houses values being high as well. And I think that they don't, I don't know, maybe they don't want to lower it just because like they can earn more money by just muscling people, because everybody wants to buy a house, but like everything's so just crazy expensive. BlackRock is a thing. That happened in 2023. Everybody complaining about this Chinese company coming in and buying American land. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a little while now.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that that's allowed, but their spy balloon was allowed, so it's whatever.
They're like, no. Our spy balloon is fine. It's fine. Don't look at that. That's our airspace.
Yeah.
Some land has water rights. Well, that land has air rights.
Sidestep, Jack O'Harone. It's 5.59 Brazilian currencies. What's that? Brazilian reals for fuel. And so converting that into the US dollar, type that wrong. 5.59. That's $1.15 per liter, and there's a little more than 4 liters in a gallon. So $4.60, probably just say $5 per gallon down there.
That's almost double what we pay.
The USA is one of the cheaper places for gasoline. If we produced more oil, like a lot of other countries, would be cheaper. As far as I'm aware, the countries that produce oil are the only ones that beat us on gas prices. Not all of them either, but if they do beat us, they probably produce oil.
Yeah, I guess I'm not totally sure, but it's yeah. I'm pissed off, Jordan.
Okay. Well, I agree that the housing market is getting out of control. There are some factors to explain it, but I also agree there's more to it than just those factors.
Well, we are coming up on the end here. Before we close out, Jordan, I do want to ask just the viewers, what do you think about the background? Would you guys change anything? We're trying to spruce up, mop the floor, slap some paint on the wall.
Is the background too exciting, or?
It was even more exciting before this.
Yeah. Your big pain, welcome. We should do steam vehicles like a lot of people used to years ago.
How much gallon of coal do you buy for $1?
Yeah, so steam vehicles, they don't run on steam. They just burn coal to make steam. So really, we'd say they're coal vehicles. Have steam vehicles ever run on not coal? Maybe wood, maybe? Does wood burn fast enough?
I mean, once you get it going, it does have to be under pressure but I mean, if you consider like a standard fireplace, like the one in my kitchen, if I have the door open, like it'll just, burn like a campfire, but if you close that door and you open the vents, oh dude, that sucker, like you like close it and you'll hear it just.
Well, yeah.
Like it furnaces.
Yeah. But yeah, for creating steam, however much pressure the fire is creating doesn't matter. It's just how much heat can it put into that water to generate the steam. Yeah, honestly, you'd have to carry a lot of water, wouldn't you? I never realized that.
I wonder if you could use, because like think about like, what a oil burning stove is, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll have like a coal fire or something, and then it drips oil on it, and the oil burns so fast that like the wood just keeps the oil burning, but the wood never really burns out.
Okay.
I wonder if we could use steam technology, but then just be able to like use like waste oil.
I just had an epiphany.
Oh boy.
Most electric cars are steam powered vehicles.
Tell me more.
Because natural gas and coal-fired power plants, they are the most popular form of power generation in the USA. And they burn and make steam, which spins a turbine, which becomes electricity, which goes into the car, which makes it move. Therefore,
which goes into the power grid and powers the refineries, meaning gasoline cars or steam cars.
True. Refinery, well, and power plants that aren't green use steam. Well, I guess there's dams too, but they're kind of an outlier. They're
those
weird.
Are steam powered.
They're compressed water powered.
They're post and pre steam powered.
Like all the parts of water that aren't steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, electric cars are steam powered vehicles. Majority of them are, anyway. Yeah. Epiphany.
I knew Elon Musk was all hot air.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hi, Nut Dog Halo.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think let's wrap it up for tonight. Next week.
End here.
Next week, hopefully, we can get someone else to join us and discuss some other topics with them.
We are going to be talking to people with hyper different political views than Jordan and I. So, of course, respectful, open conversation about subjects that make people angry, scared, timid, whatever. But full disclosure, we are really excited to talk about that. I am your big pain. I am not your big pain. Sorry, I just saw your chat. I saw your chat, big pain.
I knew it.
But we are really excited to do it. We'll have some people on. We've got formatting and all this stuff. So we're really excited to have good discussions. And make sure you're here next Thursday and get ready to share it on social media so other people can come in and chat too. Jordan, to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
No, that's fine. So next week we got that going on. Also on my channel tomorrow night, Friday, I'm doing my regular Friday live stream, and then Sunday evening, time to be determined, I'll be starting my 24-hour live stream, bringing in the new year, and then I'll be ending that on the 1st of January sometime that evening. So join me for the 24-hour live stream. Hopefully we can get some good stuff going on. I have something of a plan, but when we get there, we'll try that out.
Jordan, have you played Lethal Company?
I have not. I've seen a couple videos. From what I see, you go collect garbage for money, and you're trying to avoid monsters.
You should maybe... Is that on Steam?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe you should put it as part of your 24-hour stream.
Maybe.
That way Big Pain can just watch you, just enjoy you. But, yeah, well, I guess that's it for tonight. I'll outro myself, and then you're welcome to as well, Jordan. It is your channel, whatever. So thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Zach. I typically do car stuff on YouTube under Team Rocket Garage. I'm sure Jordan can link that in the description of the video. I am ya boy for auto modification stuff. And also starting to do some more personal stuff on my own channel, and I'll post that on my other channel as well. But thanks everybody for watching, and I appreciate you, Big Pain, Nut Dog, Haroni. That's my comment. Pineapple, Jacob, and Pineapple again, and of course Daniel W, my MF boy.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.
See you, Joe.